What a day. I missed the entire morning session. The market rallied like crazy and I made one trade today and I will let you see how that played out. If you're new here, my name is VJ. I'm on the path to becoming a consistently profitable day trader. If you want to follow me on this journey and learn from my mistakes, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and let's jump into the charts. So looking at the daily chart, it just came out, took out the high, and it looks like we'll see where this candle wants to stop. Maybe it stops at the main threshold here, which means we may go a little bit lower, or it may want to take out this high right here. But if you see here on the 4 hour, the last 2 hours at 10 o'clock, the candle just shot up like crazy. Same thing here. So this is the Judas swing on the 1 hour. You could see at 8 o'clock came down, took out sell stops, and it basically suckered in people who think we're going down, and then it shoots up, getting them offsides. I unfortunately was not able to participate this morning, but I am just tape reading this, and you could see that as it's going up, there is a fair value gap you could have entered in on the 5 minute. Same thing here. It wicks down into this fair value gap on the 5 minute, and then here as well goes into the fair value gap. The last hour has been kind of crazy, literally just almost straight up, but now it is lunchtime, so I want to see if there is a lunch macro that we could potentially take advantage of. We have the ES rallying, and we could see the dollar index going down, and I'm looking for SMT divergence. It's a concept I haven't truly used much, but usually when the dollar drops, that is a good sign for ES to potentially rally. Honestly, taking a look here, there is nothing here that I would want to trade just because we miss a move, and that is important to recognize. It's trying to get in long here is a recipe for disaster because that's what FOMO does, and it will hurt you. So yeah, I miss a move and I just have to sit on my hands and wait because I don't know where price wants to go. It is lunch macro, so it may potentially want to go lower, but we'll just need to sit and wait and watch. So taking a look at this, so 1 day swept above buy side, it came right to this mean threshold. 15 minute, the black down close candle closed below the mean threshold, which is indicating bearish presence. We're also at the new week opening gap here, so I'm going to be looking for shorts. The fact that all these are closing below mean threshold is a good sign. Okay, so I'm going to enter in on this fair value gap right here, sell limit, and I'm going to put a stop right up here, so about 5 handles risk. We'll see if I get filled. If I do, I would target this fair value gap here on the 1 hour, which is these relative equal lows. Crap, I don't know if we will get filled because 5 minute came into this fair value gap right over here, but on the 5 minute there is a order block in this fair value gap, so I'm trying to see if I can get filled, enter short right here at this 1 minute fair value gap. I think I may have already missed it, but still holding on because that's the only way the risk reward makes sense. Yeah, it'd be almost a 2 hour trade if I were to get short right up here. Okay, so I actually changed the entry to the CE of this fair value gap. It's right next to this order block, and I'm putting the stop above this swing high wick because there was an order block here, it came down into here. So price honestly should not go above this, but giving it some room to breathe. Let's see if it goes into this fair value gap, and let's see if it goes a little bit higher too. Fill me. If I don't get filled, that's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so it's inside the fair value gap. This is where my initial entry was, but I moved the entry just a few ticks higher, so we will see. One more tick. Let's go. Almost. There we go. Good. I'm filled. Wow, look at that. Got filled, and I'm targeting this right here. That is the low of this wick on the 5 minute chart, and it goes into this fair value gap on the 15. So that is my target exit. We'll check back in a minute. Yeah, price is not rejecting as fast as I would want it to, but I think this is permissible. It's just hitting the order block right now, and I would want it to at most come to the CE of this wick. If it goes higher, I mean, my stop's pretty tight, so I need to see how this closes. Okay, it's possible I may get stopped. Okay, it stopped right at the mean threshold of this order block, which is good. Exactly what we want to see. But oh, there we go. Perfect. Look at that. Just want to continue seeing it do this. Good. On the 15 minute, price actually came right to the mean threshold with the wick, and I think next stop is these relative equal lows. I'm hoping, thinking, but let's see, 1 minute. Okay, close below the mean threshold, which is good. That's a good bearish sign. So might just chop around here for a minute, and then yeah, targeting these relative equal lows here. I think there is another chance to enter short right here in this fair value gap on the 1 minute, but of course I'm not going to do it. I already have my 1 lot trade going on, so yeah, it's just kind of chopping around in here, but you know, I think we're looking good-ish. Price may come to the CE of the 15-minute gap. I'm going to get rid of this, which corresponds to the fair value gap right here on the 1 minute. And then I need to see how 15-minute reacts to the CE. If it goes higher than this, means the trade's a no-go. No, it's actually how it closes. I think that's a thing. So no, part of me wants to enter into another position right here, but I think that's adding too much risk. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to tape read the rest, but still in, and we're waiting. I'm actually going to move the stop to above the swing high because price really should not be going up here. If it does, it means I'm wrong. Here we go, just one tick higher because it came stopped right at the mean threshold, rejected. It means it should not be going above this, and you know, if it does, I'll take a small haircut, but with the model I'm trading, price should not go above that. And if it does, it just means I'm wrong, which I'm okay with. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It will really help with the YouTube algorithm, and it will help us share our experience in futures trading so other people can become consistently profitable as well. I'm here, might as well enter into another short. Yeah, with my stop being here, it's within my risk parameter, so we should be good. All right, so I got filled 2 contracts. Now we want to see some rejection. If not, okay, I get stopped out, may hit my daily max loss, but you know, we'll see what happens. This is usually what happens, right? You have one good day and then I start over levering positions, over confidence, and that's exactly what's happening here. Maybe it was just a bad trade, but you know, I'll stop out, I'll accept the loss, and it's okay. There we go. So yeah, got stopped out, put my stop right above here, and yeah, I mean, that happens. I even doubled down on my position, even had a second short because maybe a little overconfidence, but I only did that because I knew that my daily max loss is $300. I'm down 160 right now, so it's okay. I didn't hit my daily max, so I think we're still good. Something I'm taking a look right here is price. I was using these relative equal lows kind of like as a change of market structure, but looks like I should have waited for this to get taken right here on the 5-minute. If that wick through, then it would have been a stronger market structure shift. Now, if I kept my original stop right above here, I want to see how it would have done. I probably would have exited anyways, just because I didn't want it to break this area, because the fact it broke above this just means my trade was invalid. Basically, I wanted it to really dive down and I could enter short to aim lower, but just means I was wrong, and that's okay. It's part of the trading methodology. I guess taking a look at the 5-minute, the fact that this black down close candle did not go below here should have been my giveaway sign that, hey, we are not as bearish as I would have thought. Secondly, the fact that this fair value gap came here and it didn't really reject, in fact it went higher, was another warning sign that, hey, we might not be as bearish as I originally thought. Okay, so just tape reading this. My original stop was correct. I should have put the stop up here. I came and I jammed my stop loss up here out of greed because I don't know, I didn't want to lose it. So what actually happened was I literally forced the loss. All this right here, price action looks pretty bearish, which is a good sign. And literally all it did was it just took out all the stops right here because of this giant black candle. So a bunch of stops here, took it out. Now it's gonna probably go down. So yeah, that was on me, as everything else is. So we can see if I could enter in on this order block right here, 44.97. Okay, we'll see if I get filled. Maybe I'll take my stop out, and if it does, it just means I'm gonna be done for the day. So actually I'm gonna cancel this order. Yeah, I may, like one more tick, I would have gotten filled. But so the reason why I decided to cancel is looks like we're in a consolidation right now. I've gotten burned many times in a consolidation. I could have gotten filled here, put a stop right here, but I chose not to just because of, I don't know, I don't feel in tune with the markets right now, so I don't want to get into a trade and lose even more money. So if you look at this, a 15-minute, nothing here is really that compelling. It does look bearish, it does, but I'm just not gonna enter in short yet just because of all this noise and nonsense. It's not as clean as I would like it to be. Good, I'm glad I decided to cancel the order, or else I would have gotten stopped out. So this is, I took a losing trade, and basically what happened was I felt the need to enter in short even though the market was not ready to go short, and it's almost like I was pushing my will on the market, and that's how you get burned. So I'm happy after my first loss, I just hit cancel and I did not enter into another trade. I don't know, looking at hindsight, I see that if we put our stops here, we would have all gotten stopped. My original stop was up here. I moved it here because I was looking for a immediate rejection from here. The fact that it did not happen, I was okay with just getting stopped out. And I added to the position, which means I did take on more risk, but because I lowered my stop, I was able to afford that risk, as in I had the budget to allocate towards another contract. And so would I do it again? And I'm thinking yes, only because I moved the stop down and it just makes more sense to add another position if you have less risk per trade, especially because it was a 3-yard trade or so. So it was a higher probability trade with low risk, and something in the future, would I do it? I think yes. This was my trading plan. There was displacement. It came up to this fair value gap and this order block. I put a stop really tight, as in it shouldn't go above it. And if it does, it just means I'm wrong, which is okay. okay. That's part of normal trading losses. It's a statistics game, and it should have gone lower, or that's what I would have liked to see, but it didn't. So I got stopped out, which is okay. And I think I'm happy with that. So came up here right now, it took out liquidity, maturing to displace, but there's no entry model here. We'll check back in a minute. Taking a look at the 5-minute, looks like that bearish candle, which I saw, actually came right to the mean threshold of these, and I did not notice that at the time, and that's why I was looking for bearish trades. But the fact that did not close below was a sign that we're not as bearish as I thought. I just thought I saw this wick and it looked like displacement, but in reality it just came to the CE of this wick. So I'm looking at this all after the fact that my TP reading was inaccurate, and that's why I entered into that short prematurely. Taking a look at this price swept liquidity, looks like it came and broke structure. Maybe there is a shorting opportunity here. Maybe it's right here, right? I could probably get short at the 44.98. Put a stop here, but I don't know. It's like I'm trying to force a trade just because I missed a trade, but right now we're in a bunch of chop, a lot of consolidation. Maybe this is the short, but I think that would be low probability just because we're in chop. But I'm trying to see how to make it work. Yeah, I think I'm just not going to trade this because this isn't really my model, and it's like I feel like I'm forcing a trade. Good, well that was the end of the trading day. I just made one trade, it happened to be a loss, but going back through it I realized I read the tape wrong. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out this video.